Thumbs up or thumbs down, rotten or fresh, nobody's ever interested in the in-between. There is no thumbs sideways. There is no, well, it's kinda rotten, but if we cut out this rotten chunk here, we've still got a perfectly usable piece of tomato. People like to lump movies into one of two categories: the astonishing and the disappointing. And a lukewarm film is just left on the side of the road like a big gulp cup full of urine during a lengthy car trip through the desert. But is it fair to lump movies into these categories? To declare whether a movie is solely good or solely bad, and judge those who are willing to find redeemable qualities in awful movies or awful qualities in films that are considered to be great works of art. This past week, Dark Horizons posted an article about how there is no real term for a movie that you were genuinely impressed by and appreciated on a technical level, but still never really clicked for you or engaged you on a personal level. This led Dark Horizons to coin the phrase, a remarkable chore. You may have found the movie visually or technically dazzling, but had to force yourself to pay attention during the actual meat of the storyline. This weekend, Anna Karenina proved to be one such movie for me. Now, based on Leo Tolstoy's Russian romantic epic of the same name, Anna Karenina is a film that follows a woman living in a frigid climate whose emotional center seems to have been frozen solid by her even colder politician husband. Luckily, or unluckily, a sexy young army officer comes along and reawakens her passion for romance. But this only allows Anna Karenina to become greedy. She wants everything and doesn't care how she has to get it, even at the expense of her lover, her husband, and even herself. Naturally, it's a comedy. In retrospect, the story is actually pretty interesting. And coupled with the fact that the film was directed by Joe Wright, who also directed Keira Knightley in Pride and Prejudice and Atonement, plus the fact that the supporting roles were played by Jude Law and Aaron Taylor Johnson, plus the fact that despite the film's many settings across Russia, the whole film takes place in this old rundown theater as though the entire thing were some amazing, elaborate theatrical production. With all of those elements working together, it felt like this movie should have been one of the major highlights of this year's awards season. But alas, something just didn't click for me. The direction was incredible and certainly deserves Oscar consideration. And I'm sure that the costumes and the set design will dominate their respective awards categories. But the story just kinda dragged, particularly in the last third of the movie when Anna's romantic fairy tale and her social standing begin to crumble. The drama seems to turn from outward conflict, her running around having an exciting secret affair, to internal conflict. A bunch of Russians sitting around staring at walls or out windows thinking, oh, what have I done? What will my life become? For me, the last third of the movie was a real butt shifter. But I can't completely dismiss the movie as a negative experience because of the technical achievement. What do you think? Any movies spring to mind when I say a remarkable chore? Argo!